Hello, everyone.
Hey, oh, there he is. Hey, Ernest.
How are you today?
Hey, good, thank you. Nice to meet you.
Okay,
Yes,
it's nice to meet you too.
it's a privilege.
Thank you for your time. You're awesome, brother.
Thank you.
Wow, I was just watching how it's all unfolded these last couple of weeks. You've gone from not knowing how to do things to just blitzing it.
Yeah,
I
congratulations. You're
don't
Yeah.
see
doing well.
many, yeah, I don't see many people in here.
No, I was hoping for more and expecting more because who doesn't want to learn how to do this well?
Yeah,
And you're doing it
especially
better than most. So
especially
I
from
am
a
very
master.
surprised.
Yeah.
We're going to record it though. So what I thought I'd do is give you obviously the opportunity to talk through what you're doing, which is great. We're all ears and desperate to hear what you're doing. As you can see, I've had some success myself, so I'm going to talk through what I do.
Right.
Yeah,
Um,
I must say there is something about attending live as opposed to watching a recording. So, Ernest, your camera's not working. Is that you said you're having a problem with Zoom?
Yeah, I have issues with this Zoom.
so what I thought I'd do is just talk through a little bit about my sort of experience on the internet, how long I've been working, and then maybe ask you to do the same thing, and then we can kind of get into what we've been doing that has seen some success. I've been working online for about a bit over 12 years, probably a bit longer, nearer 14 perhaps. Joining everything and anything I possibly can, hoping that the thing that I joined would be the magic thing that would make me lots of money. And so I was a shiny ball chaser or a shiny object chaser for 12 years. And then I got to a point where, we might have somebody joining us, I think. So I'll carry on. I got to the point where I realized that it wasn't so much the business that I chose to do, it was how to do it. So it was all about,
Right,
we've got
right.
Llewellyn Moore joining us actually. So I might wait until Llewellyn's joined us and then I'll
Yeah,
backtrack.
I see
yeah,
Willa Moore there.
yeah.
There's
It was.
Ray.
Here's Ray Tragilla.
Hey, Ray.
Okay, well, Ernest is here with us. So I was just kind of describing a little bit about my background and then we'll have a chat with Ernest. I was saying I've been online for about 12, 14 years. Spent most of that time just chasing after the next shiny object that came along, thinking that it was whatever the next big thing was going to be, was going to make me all the money in the world. And so I kept jumping from one thing to another until I suddenly realized about 14 months ago, 15 months ago, that it wasn't really what you chose to do. It was more about how you chose to do it. Because I saw lots of professionals earning lots of money. So I knew that money could be made in this business, but they were doing things differently to how I was doing them. So I decided that I needed to learn this craft. And that's what I set about doing about 14 months ago. And I've learned an awful lot over that time. And it's because of that I've seen greater success in this last year than I've ever seen before. So that's just a little bit about me. What's your experience, Ernest? If you've got a couple of minutes just to kind of talk us through your background and how you've arrived at this point in time.
Well, I started about 12 years ago, pretty much the same situation as you, jumping from one opportunity to another, not
Mm.
really learning how the marketing process works, you know. And I says, "Oh man, I was about to throw in the towel." But then I decided that I was going to start taking it seriously. So I says, well, let me see what's going on Facebook with some of the top earners. That's what I do. So I start messaging them. I started looking at their posts, you know, and and then it just clicked. I says, now I kind of have an idea of what they're doing. And one of their secrets is getting started, and taking action,
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
and
I was just,
being
yeah.
yes, and being
I was just saying the same
consistent,
thing to Paul.
right, and being consistent. Being consistent, not just starting one day and then the next day jump to another opportunity. You
Yeah.
grab a few legitimate opportunities and you just stay consistent with
Yeah.
advertising and promoting.
Yeah.
You know, if there's no results in the beginning, so what? Just keep going.
Yeah, I mean, it's true to say, I think that there are many good businesses out there, many that people
Yes.
are involved with, but because they really don't know how to go about marketing, they don't know what they've got hold of. They don't know how good it is potentially if they just stuck with it and learned the craft and learned how to do things a bit better than they have been. And they would see success, like you say. It's a question of sticking with it. It doesn't happen overnight. You have got to learn some things along the way that will help. And so that's part of the process. And it was interesting hearing you say that, you know, you made contact with people who were successful in the business. And I always think that it's very important. Certainly the thing that I have discovered is that having good mentors, whether you're in direct contact with them or whether you just follow what they do, they are basically mentors, and you learn from them. It's as simple as that.
Right. Absolutely.
It's that.
Absolutely. When I first had looked at the shiny ball syndrome opportunity, I looked at the price and I says, really, $10?
Yeah.
I says, So I says, well, let me give it a shot. You know, I mean, that's affordable to anyone. I mean, who, you know, and being that I had learned skills already over the years, I grabbed I start grabbing the banners,
Right.
and I would put a text with them. I did my first one. I says, let me test this, and it worked. You know,
Cool.
then I says, well, I'm gonna use this strategy. I'm gonna grab another banner. I put another text with it, and it just exploded. It just absolutely exploded, and I just did that consistent. So
Yeah, that consistency thing is very important. I mean, I've reached a kind of plateau because I think over the years I've developed like a friends list of people on Facebook who are all essentially in the same kind of niche, looking for, or there's somebody else who's joining us, which is Stacey. That's great. Yeah, so my friends list consists of people who are essentially online to make money and on Facebook to try and make money, which is enormously helpful because it means that I'm already addressing an audience that is there for the same reason that I am. So that was my audience. I mean, the whole trick, if you like, call it that, with internet marketing is really finding your audience. And one way of doing that is to buy solo ads, because solo ads go to people who are looking for this type of business. So that becomes your audience. What I discovered was that I kind of had my audience on Facebook because I had not too many people, a little over 2,000 friends. You know, you can have up to 5,000, and there are many people out there.
Right.
But 2,000 was enough, a bit like yourself, perhaps, for me to pop one good post onto Facebook, and it took 2 or 3 tries to find the right kind of post that was going to get the right kind of response. But then from that, I got several requests for information. I think you were one of those, actually. And I built from there, and it was about building a community and building an audience. So that was the way that I went about things. And, you know, I can go into a bit more detail about that. But I think you've done a bit of that, and you've done some other things as well, haven't you, Ernest? I think you've done a bit of solo ad marketing as well. So do you want to just talk us through what you have done and where you've seen your success come from?
Facebook marketing.
Really?
That's one of the best, and it's, of course, you know, that's for organic leads, and organic leads are the best. But I've done quite a few solo ads. I've got a number of providers. Yeah, I've used Paul Darby's solo ads. That's one of the very best ever.
Oh, excellent. Well, that's good to know.
Yeah. So I've used this free traffic. And here's the secret: what I do on Facebook, and I learned this long time ago from a top earner. Before you post an ad on Facebook for whatever opportunity, well, SBS, of course, you engage in other people's posts for at least 10 minutes a day, liking and making different comments on each person's post, not putting the same comment because you get flagged by Facebook. You do that, right? And you do that for at least 10 minutes a day before you make a post. And and what happens is that the Facebook algorithm will allow your Facebook post to reach a larger audience.
Oh, that's very interesting. So,
Yeah, but
we,
a lot of people don't do that, and they
yeah,
wondering why they only get 2 or 3 comments, or maybe one request, or nothing at all.
that's very
You
interesting.
know?
Do you need to be friends with those people? Do you need to have reached out and become Facebook friends, or
No, you're just liking and making different comments on each person's post, and you do
excellent?
this with your phone. You do it with your
Okay,
phone. It's much faster when you do it on your phone. You do it
okay.
for like 10 minutes a day.
So do you message the same person a number of times, or do you spread that out across a number of different people? And how do you choose those people?
Well, if you like, let's say you go to Facebook, you log into your Facebook account, and the first thing you see is people's posts.
Okay, yeah.
This one might say, well, I found a way to do this, blah, blah, blah. And you either like or love it and make a comment on it and say maybe awesome, congratulations. Then you keep, as you go scrolling down, you see another person. They might make an inspirational post. They might say it's necessary to take action every day, and you might say you like or love it, and then you say so true. You know what I'm saying? There's a
Mm.
little icons you can press for each one.
Yeah, yeah.
You see
Got
what
it.
I'm saying?
Yeah.
The
So
thing
that's
is,
that's in the news feed, isn't it? Which is different to your profile, because you're quite right. When you first go into Facebook, what generally will pop up is the news feed, which, as you say, is other people's posts that you can see.
right,
Yeah.
right.
Got it. Got it.
Because some years back, I was in another program, and what the owner of the program did was she say, everyone in here should be liking and commenting on everybody's posts who are in the group. And as a result, the whole Facebook group just shot through the roof.
Wow.
The Facebook
Oh,
algorithm was showing it to thousands of people because
So that
everyone
was
was liking it.
yeah.
brilliant. So was that people commenting in a Facebook group that was specific to that group
Right,
of people?
right.
Oh, that's interesting.
It can apply to a whole group, or it can apply to an individual. Like for
So not
example,
just
for the Shiny Ball Syndrome group, if
Yeah.
everybody was in there liking and commenting every day, the Facebook algorithm would shoot us through the roof.
Wow.
so not
The
just the
whole
boosting
group.
group, Ernest. Not just the boosting group, Ernest. It's actually the Facebook group itself.
Right.
Awesome. So
It's
it's
very important.
yeah, I mean, it's fascinating to know, actually, and very encouraging, I think, for everybody to realize that actually Facebook can be used very, very effectively and very successfully,
Right, right.
with using a number of different strategies. Because it's fascinating to me that you've introduced these ideas and these strategies, because I've built my level of success. It's not massive, but it's I'm seeing success, which is great. I'm getting paid commissions. I built that purely just by the number of friends I have, without using these other strategies that you're talking about.
Right.
So to now know about these extra
Yeah,
strategies,
thank
that's
you.
fantastic.
Yeah.
That means that I can expand my focus on Facebook and expand, my reach and my success just using Facebook as well. So I really appreciate that. That's brilliant. So with solo ads, it's great to hear that Paul Darby's are among the best.
Among the very best.
No, that's really good to know, because he makes that claim, and it's nice to have somebody sort of back that up and say, yeah, that's true. Not that I would think he would ever lie about it, but he does like to embellish a little bit. But he's a great character. He's a strange character at times, but I think difficult not to like him.
And I use his free traffic rotator. I use that every day. Why not? It's free.
So how do you take advantage of that? That's just a case of putting your links in there and then letting it do its thing, isn't it? Or how do you
Right.
do you have any kind of influence or strategy over that at all?
I just put my link in there to my referral link to the shiny ball opportunity. I just put that in there every day. Once in a while, I'll put one of my other offers in there.
Okay.
But I do it because it's free traffic. I
Yeah.
mean, a lot of people might not have money to pay for a solo ad. The way the economies are, the way the world economy is right now. So I did take advantage of the free traffic. Why not?
That's as a
Most
member.
most places, most systems don't have a free traffic link like that.
No.
So that's actually after you become a member of Mr. X, is it, Ernest?
No, the free
Ernest?
traffic actually is available to all SBS members,
Right.
you don't have to be
Oh,
in
I thought you were meaning.
Mr. X.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Yeah.
So yes, so that's excellent. So do you use a lead capture page as well, Ernest, and independently collect email addresses and then build a list that way as well? Do you do that, or you don't bother with that?
I've done that too. Inside the SBS in my account, there's a link that says custom, create your custom link.
Yeah.
I believe that's for the lead capture page.
Well, yeah, yes and no. There are actually 3 landing pages that any SBS member can take advantage of or to use.
Right.
So yeah, that they are all promotional pages and sales pages. And if people join SBS, then they become lead capture pages. In other words, when they join SBS, they go into your leads list. But there is some talk, and Paul was talking about this on the last meeting, of having your own independent lead capture page in front of his affiliate landing page. Because what that will do is that might entice people to put their email address in before reaching Paul's landing page, where they may not decide to actually join the business, in which case, if they don't decide to join the business, if you hadn't have had that lead capture page in front of it, you would have lost them altogether, and you wouldn't have had their email address. So that's another strategy that, particularly if you're using solo ads, you can capture the leads that might put their email address into a very sort of basic, straightforward, exciting lead capture page. It doesn't say an awful lot. It probably just says something like, put your email address in here and get some fantastic information, just something.
Right.
And then you capture a lead or an email address, which you can then divert to an autoresponder independently. So even though they may not have joined SBS, you've got that information which you can then use to send them other information to about anything you want to, really. You can even do a follow-up email series yourself with that lead for promoting SBS, it's what Paul does, but he does it if they haven't joined the business straight away, you don't get that lead. It goes to Paul basically, and then he does ongoing email blasts to those people.
What I do for my prospects, potential prospects on Facebook, when they request the link, okay, maybe a couple of days later, I'll message them and I'll say, well, how's it coming along with SBS?
Right.
And they'll say, well, I'll get back to you, Mr. West, and such. Yeah. Sometimes, like maybe once or twice, I do that. Next thing you know, I turn them in, I convert them into a paid member.
Fantastic. Can I give you one little suggestion, which is what led to my success on using Facebook? And all I did was, when I sent them the link, obviously I'd enter into a bit of a conversation, develop some kind of sort of just a minor relationship, if you like, about what they're doing, about what I'm doing, about how great the program is. And then I would say, look, I'll send you the link, but I'll also put you into a chat support group where you can get all your questions answered.
Hey, guess what? I do the same.
Oh, fantastic. Yeah.
Yes, absolutely.
Because you then capture them, don't you? You capture them into a chat group so that you've got ongoing communication with them, exactly as you say, so that you can keep the rapport and so on. And of course, if you bring them into a chat group where there's a lot of people also having great enjoyment with the program and success with the program, then of course that breeds more excitement and more willingness to join and eagerness to join as well, because then also it's a feeling of being part of a community and having
right
as well.
You know what it does?
Yeah,
it builds the know, like, and trust factor. When somebody sees it, oh, here's another group of people doing the same thing. That
Yeah.
helps build the know, like, and trust factor. Because they
Fantastic.
say, oh, it's not only me. I'm with a group of people.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
No,
yes, always invite them to the chat group, always,
yeah.
and the Facebook group. Yes,
Absolutely. So one thing I will say though is that what is important, of course, is particularly with either of those situations, either with the chat group or with our Facebook group, is to make sure that they have at least put their details in, even if they put their details in as a free member and haven't paid as yet, then that cookies them to you, so that wherever you then invite them to go to after that, whether it's in the chat group or the Facebook group, they can't be stolen by anyone else. Not that I suggest that that would necessarily happen, but it's just a way of safeguarding. If you're bringing them into a group where there may be people who have not joined yet, or people who might try and contact those people independently without them having already joined, at least as a free member. So this is what I teach people, really, is that in order to be really super kind of secure over that, is that's why it's good to have your own chat group to start with, and invite people into that chat support group and get them to the point where, yes, they have joined, or at least they put their information into the SBS landing page, okay, because then they are cookied to you. So at some point in the future, doesn't matter who else might approach them, if they ever join SBS, because they're cookied to you, you'll get the commission for it, right? So bring them into your own chat group first, and unless you're really confident about them, but your own chat group first, and then when they've joined, bring them into the bigger chat group and into the Facebook groups when you know they're yours, and then they see the excitement of a bigger community as well. So it's just a safeguard. It's just a tip. It's not always necessary. I mean, right. We have a great group of really honest, great people, actually. So that's fantastic. And I don't think you'd be losing, I don't think there's any kind of case of anyone losing any leads by bringing them into the chat group. And that's one of the reasons why I've made the Facebook group very specific to people who have already joined, so that we don't get people coming in who haven't joined, who could be poached or stolen by other people. So I've been quite careful about that.
Well, what I do is before I add them to the chat group or the Facebook group, I make sure they have already become a paid member first.
Yeah, that's
what I do.
Excellent.
Yeah.
So that's very important. I think somebody else is joining us. Yeah, Mary Gipp, who's another great success story. That's so happy to have her here.
Yeah.
Let's let her
Hello, Mary.
I was just chatting with Mary a little earlier.
Let's give her a moment to sign in and get herself sorted.
Now, thank you for all these tips, Ernest.
Yeah, no, this is really great. And it's so heartwarming to know for everybody in the group that they can use Facebook in a very strategic manner and for completely free.
Yes.
This is going to be a great advantage, a great benefit to everybody who hears this recording, actually, or this meeting. Yeah, it's great information.
Hi, Mary.
Do you want to unmute yourself, Mary? Say hello. We're so really happy that you're here.
Hi guys, how you doing?
Terrific, thanks. Yeah.
How are you, Mary?
I'm good. Happy birthday again, Lindsay.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
It's really great to see you guys coming on to Paul Darby's meetings as well, because I think the more people, the more members, the more of the team that we can get on there. Not only do we get excited about what Paul's doing and the things that he teaches us, but ultimately we just learn an awful lot from Paul as well. I think that's something we need to encourage our teams to do. I think there's a few people who join, just like, it's inevitable that people will join something and then, just think, oh, well, that was $10. Let's see if it works. If it does, it does. If it doesn't, it doesn't. And they don't really apply themselves to it. So, and we were saying earlier that, as Ernest was saying, it's all about consistency, about getting hold of something and saying, okay, I'm going to make this work. It doesn't matter if I don't see success overnight. This is something that needs, working on over a period of time to build it up. And that's what people need to learn and understand, I think, rather than jumping from one thing to the next, to the next, to the next. So You're a great example, Mary, of somebody who's caught hold of something, has seen the power and potential of it, and you've pursued it, and you're seeing great success as a result of it as well. So, and I see,
congratulations to Mary for those awesome banners.
yeah, yeah. Yes, you're doing a great job with those. Yeah, Ernest was saying he's been using those himself. So, and actually, when you listen to the recording, Mary, Ernest has given us some great tips about extra things that we can do on Facebook with Facebook strategies as well. And that's where Ernest has seen a lot of his success come from. So yeah, I thoroughly recommend you listen to the recording afterwards as well. So what do you put your success down to, Mary? Let's hear from you about what you've been doing, because you've been introducing a lot of people and you've been very consistent. So yeah, what's your secret?
No secret, really. Mainly, I post on Facebook, TikTok, YouTube.
Okay.
All the major ones.
Yep.
I would say video is the best way to do it. If they see you,
sorry,
they get to know you. And
okay,
if you put it on TikTok and YouTube, you get more interest, people, and people looking and seeing you and getting to understand you more.
So are you saying that you put actual videos of yourself on there, speaking?
No, not yet.
Okay.
I've used the AI, but
Yeah.
I'm going to start doing more videos of myself.
Okay. No, well, that's a great tip. That's a great information. So you've been using the AI images and what do they call them? Avatars, haven't you? And speaking avatars and so on.
Right.
And so you're saying that's a great way to develop sort of these, sense of people knowing you and trusting you and getting interested in what you're doing.
Right. It's showing people what AI can do for you.
Right.
There's a lot of people who have problems talking with people or, connecting, and using the AI has really, I know a couple of people that I have brought in are getting the same thing. They're getting more confidence in themselves in order to be able to do their own videos.
Excellent. Well, Paul has a program which has 5 lots of AI programs as part of it and training as well. And those programs within that package do all kinds of really magical things. They allow you to create videos of yourself talking, an avatar of yourself talking, and a whole host of other things. There is video software in there, editing software and so on. So it's a great package, and I'd recommend you have a look at that and introduce that to your team as well. As you say, it seems to be when people see AI working, as you've suggested, the fact that you actually use it and show people what it can do, that's an exciting thing, I think. And as you say, that creates the interest and it gets people excited about the future as well, I would say.
Another thing, I got a few email notifications that Paul is moving everything to a new server. I don't know if it's completed yet, but it was a few little issues because, of course, moving to a big growing pain. So we had to move to a new server. That's a good thing. So
yeah,
I guess it'll be completed in over a little time, maybe a couple days, maybe by next week. I'm not sure, but It's all good. So.
It's another good reason for us to encourage people to come to the meetings, because they get to know Paul. And Paul is an honest, decent, God-fearing man.
Yes.
I mean, that's an important thing for people to realize. And he's very transparent. He's transparent in the meetings, but also with when you get to actually see him live, then also you can appreciate the emails that he sends through, how honest and open and transparent he is with the emails as well.
Right.
So yeah, it's a very good thing to do to encourage people to join the meetings as well. Yeah, well, this has been really good. So really appreciate your time, Ernest, and the tips that you've given as well. I'll say it again. I mean, it's just great to know that we can expand our strategies on Facebook as well, and use that as a free system of getting leads as well. So that's tremendously helpful, and yeah,
Yes.
really very much appreciated. So yeah, anybody else got any questions? Anything they'd like to ask? Anything they'd like to know? You can unmute and ask any questions you like. No questions for anyone. How many have we got on here right now? We got 8 on here, so that was a good number. So yeah, anything that anybody else wants to say at all, by all means, go ahead and say it. And if not, I think we've probably nailed, some great strategies, and I think this has been really, really powerful and helpful Zoom meeting. So yeah, I think that's brilliant.
Luella's asking a question there, Paul. In the chat.
What's the question? Do you want to speak it out?
Where do you get the avatar from that Mary was talking about?
Well, that's interesting, because the talking avatar is available through the program that Paul offers, which is called what's it called, Lindsay? I forget what it's called.
AI breakthrough, then it became Fortune Maker.
Yeah, AI Fortune Maker. But I think Mary's not actually in that program.
No,
Mary has found a way of doing that herself. So yeah,
I got mine when I joined the $100 level, and let me see where it's at here.
So yeah, so it's part of the upgrade for Shiny Ball.
Oh, that one. Yeah.
So that's
okay. AI bulk shorts is what.
That's right. Yeah. Oh, okay.
Fantastic. Oh, well, that's great to know. So yeah, so that capability and that's all part of Shiny Ball. Yeah.
Luella's just saying that Luella's at the $100 level. So
yeah, so perhaps
able to access that.
Who is your sponsor, Luella? I think it might be Mary. Is it Mary, or who's your sponsor?
Oh, I sponsored Luella.
Oh, cool. Okay.
Yeah,
well, between us, then what we can do is we can introduce to the group the software and how to get it and what it does, because it sounds like, Luella, you haven't actually even requested access to it. So as a $100 member, you're at the business VIP level, then you have access to that software completely free of charge. And it's just a question it's just a question of applying for it. So you have to actually fill in a little form, which you'll find in your back office, actually. And I'll do a video that explains how you go about doing that. So I'll just do a short video, the type that you've seen me doing before, perhaps, and show you.
I think there was a problem with that in the beginning, Paul. Remember, in the very beginning, there was some kind of a registration problem with the software, but that was a number of weeks ago now.
Yeah, no, that's all been resolved now. So
yeah, that's right. Yeah, exactly.
But there is a specific.
Just thinking, some people might have tried and weren't able to get in, and then they haven't revisited the.
Okay, so I'll do a little video showing how to access that. The other thing I've done very recently was a video based on sorry, Ernest is saying you got 2 softwares after you joined from the back office. Yeah, TubeRusher and the other one. So those are the ones that Mary's talking about, I believe. Is that
right? That's it.
Yeah, perfect. Okay, so I have recently done a video because who was it who was having they got their Facebook profile hacked. That was Hope.
That's my business partner.
Yeah, that was Hope. Yeah.
So
that was terrible.
Yeah, I don't know if you've seen it, any of you, but I did it's only a minute long, because all it does is it guides you to the settings that you need to make your account more secure. So I'd obviously recommend everybody has a quick look at that and actually check.
What I did, I did that. I guess a couple of years ago. I top her and she says for everybody to go to settings and do your, what they call it, Google authentication. That's what I did. So if anybody tried to go to my account, they would have to. What happens is that they will get a text message that says, "What's your phone number?" So and I would get a text message, and I would enter my phone number, and
Right.
It should be
Yeah.
connected to you. It should be your Facebook account should be connected to your phone. And this
Yes.
way, if anybody try to hack your account, they would be sent a text message say enter the phone number of that account. And of course,
Oh.
they don't have our phone number. So
So just rewind that again, Ernest. So
if
that's in,
if your phone number for security purposes is called Google Authentication, and they ask you to set it with your phone number, put your phone number in there. I forget exactly where it is, but once your phone number is connected to your Facebook account in the security settings, if
right.
anybody try to log into your account, they will be asked to provide your
Gotcha.
phone number.
Right. Well, that's a
We're
good
the
tip.
only ones that have our own phone numbers, so
Yeah.
they can't hack your account.
Yeah.
Right.
I showed that to a few people years ago. I haven't logged in and looked at it since then, but I know that much.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the two-factor authentication is very important, and that does link to
Right,
your.
that's what it is. Two-factor identification.
Right.
Yes, yes,
Gotcha. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
yes.
So that's one very important way of securing your account, and there is other ways as well, which I've talked about in one or two of the videos.
Right, right.
And I might recap because I did a very long video that went through that and something else. So it made the video very long. So what I might do is do a shorter one that just focuses on that. So it's a horrible thing when it happens.
Oh, yes, it is. Oh my God, I've seen it happen to so many people. People
I
are
had
literally
it
crying.
happen.
Yes.
Yeah, I had it happen
Just
about 6
recently.
years ago, and I was off Facebook for 2 years before I could get back on.
Wow.
So I
Wow.
lost
Really?
over 10,000 friends.
Oh my goodness.
It was terrible.
Yeah, that's so valuable
Yeah.
to have that many contacts as well.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You must feel very like violated. You know, like, to have somebody actually there being you must be a terrible feeling. Yeah, I can imagine.
yeah. Well,
It
Hope
is.
was also held to ransom.
Right.
You spend all these years building up a Facebook profile and making all these friends, and then all of a sudden somebody hacks it and then says to you,
Somebody hacks in.
yeah, and then
That's why it's so important to get that security thing set up.
absolutely,
So very important.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So I'll do a video on that to just to show. But the very short one I've done, if you can all watch that, because that is a minute long, and it will just show you where to go to find your security settings, and just to be able to update those and make things a bit better. But
It's
also,
quite it looks quite complicated when you get in there. I can imagine a lot of people would be confused.
yeah, so it's when you know where to go, it's very quick and easy. But the other method of making sure that your account is secure is all about who is able to respond to your posts. And that's a video that I've done in the past, but I'll do a shorter one. You can set up your profile page so that when you make a post, the public can see it, so it goes out to the wider world, but only friends or friends of friends can actually respond to it. So at least you can track then who is actually, making contact with you, and you're going to get strangers asking for you to connect with them, become friends, and so on. But at least then you have an opportunity to check out their profile and so on, and see if you think that they're legitimate people or not. So there is a process involved in that, which is pretty straightforward. And I'll do a video on that just to show help people as well. So those are two methods. The first, obviously, is your Facebook security settings. That's one. And then the second is about setting up who can contact you via your posts. So, yeah, two ways to make sure that you can overcome that issue. Yeah. Are there any more questions? Anything that anybody would like to know, or any questions they'd like to ask? We've covered some things at the beginning of this Zoom that one or two people might not have heard. So I'd thoroughly recommend, when I put the replay out there, the recording, that you listen to the recording again, just to catch bits that you might have missed if you weren't here from the beginning. But yeah, anything else that anybody wants to say or contribute?
Can I just ask Ernest and Mary if they use email?
I send out email to my personal email. I'm trying to find somebody who's going to help me set up the autoresponder. one thing I have no idea what to do.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I remember you asking that in the.
Yeah.
We might have been me directly.
I
And
don't,
Okay.
I
because I
don't,
have like, what am I, like 60,000 emails right now that I could be sending out if I had the autoresponder.
Paul has a link. I mean, Paul Darby, he has a link in there for autoresponder, but I don't think that's working yet.
Right.
Well,
I think maybe it is.
he's got a business. He's doing a joint venture with Joel Theron, and
Right.
Joel Theron in his business. Paul has got special access and a special discount for a great package that's offered through Joel Theron, $25 a month, and that seems to be extremely good with a lot of advantages, a lot of tools, and of course not least the autoresponder itself. So that's worth looking at. I would definitely suggest that you have a look at that.
Yeah, true. Stacey's just asked a question there, Paul.
Yeah. Are you doing calls on SBS every Saturday, 7 p.m. EST? I could do. Yeah, I'd be very happy to do that, actually. Yeah. So if you'd like me to do that, happy to do that. Yeah, very happy to do that. So the answer is yes. I'll put a message out there to say that it's a regular meeting.
So Ernest, yeah, that sounds great, Paul. That'd be wonderful. Is that something to can I just ask you, Ernest? Sorry, Paul. I just wanted to just before I just wanted to ask Ernest to get back to that emailing. Are you planning, or do you already email anyone at all, Ernest?
Do I email? No, I haven't emailed. I haven't really emailed anybody. I've just been using the Facebook Messenger a lot, but I haven't emailed anybody really.
I think something important to mention is that being able to email leads, there's a two-step process. First of all, it's having a lead capture page and then having those leads directed to an autoresponder. So what that means is, signing up with an autoresponder. Now, there are most of them, the bigger ones, and something like Aweber and GetResponse. I mean, GetResponse particularly allows you to use it free of charge up to a certain number. I think it's 500 leads that you can put in there, or email addresses that
right.
completely free of charge. So that's a good way to start. So I'd recommend setting up a GetResponse account and then linking that to Paul's back office, and then considering doing solo ads whereby you have your own lead capture page. And this is what Paul was talking about at the last meeting that he did. Your own lead capture page in front of Paul's landing page, so that you capture a lead at that point, have it go into GetResponse, and then do a series of follow-up emails on that person if they haven't already joined the SBS program straight away.
I was just wondering, does Paul Darby have a system that I know it's probably not free, but does he have a complete done for you funnel with follow-up messages for SBS?
Email swipes and things.
Yeah, there are email swipes.
I see email swipes, but he don't have a DFY funnel that people can like pay for. It's already completely set up. It has a lead capture page and follow-up messages. He doesn't have that, does he?
Yeah, no, he doesn't. But that's something that that I'm able to do. I've got software that I can create landing pages, lead capture pages with, and it's a service that I offer through. We haven't actually. I haven't actually done that for you yet, Ernest, which is part of what I'm happy to do for you, as because you're a subscriber to my Patreon page, which that's what you get as a result of being part of a subscriber of my Patreon page. So we can get together and organize that for you, so that you can start building your email list from people who may not actually have joined SBS, and you can capture their lead.
Right.
So that's for when you do solo ads, or any kind of. Yeah. That's
Yeah,
essential.
I definitely. Yeah, that's something I definitely want to do because I've just been sending a lot of prospects, potential prospects. I've been sending them just to my affiliate referral link,
Yeah,
which has been doing very well. But I really want that done for you funnel with the follow up messages. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying?
Yeah, we can work with that. In fact, Mary and I worked out. We worked with ChatGPT and created, I think, about 10 or 12 emails. Was it, Mary?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, which were really very impressive. Have you been using those?
No, I haven't, mainly because I'm waiting to get a autoresponder going.
Yeah, I
Right.
get it.
Yeah. Yeah. I
Set
remember
'em
you
up.
saying this when you fixed it. Yeah.
Yeah. So what I'll do is I'll send that over to you, Ernest. That thing.
Okay.
Are you happy for me to do that, Mary? Because it was both you and I that put that together. So I just want to make sure that you're happy for me to send that to Ernest as well.
Sure.
Perfect. That's great.
And so in this way, when a prospect requests information, I could send them to that complete done for you marketing funnel with follow up messages.
Well, yeah. So you are going to need to have an autoresponder,
Right, right, right,
and you're going to need to set the autoresponder up to actually send those messages out.
right. Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah. So it's going to
And I
be.
tell you, if you don't use that chat GTP, you're crazy. That is absolutely marvelous. You just put in what you want, and it pops out things you wouldn't even believe. If people aren't using it, you're missing out. You really are.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun, wasn't it, Mary? Putting those.
It's a good time.
Yeah, we came up with some great emails, which Mary's got a copy of. I've got a copy of. The thing is that we've seen so much success using Facebook alone that I haven't even bothered to do any email follow-ups. But it's certainly, it's definitely an area that we can all expand into, and especially see the thing is, of course, is that using Facebook is all completely free, which is fantastic.
Yes, yes,
Yeah.
yes.
And it means that you're not spending more than you're earning. And that's
Right, right.
so.
And
Yeah,
it's,
Paul.
yeah, everybody wants to find out what about this $10 program. They're like, what is this?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's great
Paul,
to just let me say, sorry, the idea, of course, being that we do the free marketing, free advertising, get customers buying from us so that we can build up the commission so that we then can afford to expand into doing the email
Right,
marketing.
right. Absolutely.
yeah, that's a good strategy. Even Paul Darby was surprised
Absolutely.
yesterday when Paul said, "Remember Paul? Yeah, Paul, you explained to Paul Darby yesterday how because he thought that you must have been doing the emailing thing."
Yeah. And what's interesting, I don't know if you found this, Ernest, as well, is that your success rate using Facebook, if you do email marketing, you're lucky to get a 1% take up, people who actually join your business. So you need 1,000, you need 100 subscribers to get one sign up. Whereas using Facebook for free, my success rate is up 40 or 50%, rather than 1 or 2%. So
Right.
definitely very happy using Facebook. But the more we can spread ourselves, far and wide, the better. But I'd also love the fact that Mary has said that she's using all these other platforms as well, and I haven't even touched any of these other platforms myself. So I'd love to know what what exactly you do, Mary, and how you do it. So maybe I don't know, maybe you can do a Zoom with you one day where you might be able to show us.
next week.
Yeah.
It's really, all you do is take one of the posters, put some music to it, put it on TikTok.
Okay. Where'd you get the music?
Oh,
Where'd you get the music?
Well, I use Canva.
Canva.
Have
Okay.
music
right,
right there.
Right.
And
Okay.
it's only like a 3-second sound music on it, and it just draws the attention, and that's it. You just put it on. I try to do about 3 a day.
So do you have to pay for Canva? Are you like a paid
Canva,
member?
you can have it for free, or the pro one is $12.99 a month.
Well, that's not expensive, so that's
No,
good.
it's not at all. And there's so many now. They have avatars there. They just started that about 3 weeks ago.
I use
So
something called Adobe Express, which is similar to Canva, I think, where I can do the similar things, produce the short form videos and things like that. So yeah, that's good to know. Canva,
There,
obviously.
I think you posted something quite a while ago about your Canva. I'm not sure if it was like an explanation or something that you said something about Canva.
My
I remember
avatar I did on Canva.
you might be able to repost that again or bring it up. Bring it up to the. So I remember you explaining about Canva a while ago.
Yeah.
Can I mention a couple of things as well that would be really, I mean, the videos that I do, I hope everybody finds them useful. I'm sure they're not as exciting as they could be, but there are some free video capture programs, and Vimeo is one of them, actually. You can get a free, as part of, if you just sign up for Vimeo completely free of charge, it offers a screen capture video service as well. So that if collectively we can kind of do lots of little videos that show people exactly what we do and how we do it, and we put them in the group, that's going to help boost our success enormously and the success of everyone in the group as well, which when they earn money, we earn money. So the more we can do that, then the better that will be as well. So perhaps, if I don't know, I've got 2 or 3 screen recording, video screen recording programs. So if anybody wants to know any information about those, I'm happy to pass that on as well. But Vimeo is the best one, in my opinion, one of the best. Are there any other programs and things that people are using that they're finding helpful? I use something called ShareX a lot to do screenshots and put messages on them, as some of you might have seen as well. So what I might do is do a document with links to some of the free things that I use that might be helpful for people as well. So I'll do that as well.
Very cool.
Anything else anybody wants to talk about or mention or ask or no? All shout at once is what they say. Okay. Well, I think it's been really helpful, really useful. I so appreciate your time, Ernest, and spending.
Thank you.
Yeah,
it's been really helpful and really great. And
Thank
Mary,
you very much,
hearing everything that everybody does is brilliant. And if everybody's happy with what we've done so far, I think it's a good time to wrap this up and then I can put the recording out and people can listen to it and pick up some fantastic tips and strategies from what you've all spoken about today. That'd be awesome.
Great.
All good?
Yeah, nice to see you all.
Yeah, fantastic.
Have a good night, guys.
Yeah, and I'll post the link to do this every week, and we'll see how many people we get coming on every week. So thanks everyone for coming.
I end up with a couple hundred people.
Thanks a lot,
Thank you, everyone.
Night night.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night. God bless.
All right.
God bless, Paul. Bye, everyone. God bless everyone.
All right. Good night. Uh-oh, I'm done. Leave meeting.